Hi, welcome back. This is the last in our questions and answer series with DeAnna Lamb. I'm Catherine Cormandy, founder of Redwater, a social enterprise offering programs and services for the cycle of womanhood, girl to elder. I offer red tents on the new moon in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And DeAnna Lamb is the founder of the Red Tents in Every Neighborhood and Red Moon School of Empowerment for Women and Girls. We've been answering some questions and recording them and presenting them here for you and to give you a sense of this work. So DeAnna, here we are with our last question. And I'm wondering, who were the people who influenced you in your work around reclaiming the inner maiden, and why?
So the first opening of menstrual empowerment for me was through books by Kizma Stepanich. She's a pioneer in this work of reclaiming the blood. And her book, Sister Moon Lodge, was the first that opened the realm of looking at menstruation differently than the culture does. So this was my first mentor that I have not met in person but read books of. And you asked about the inner maiden. So the inner maiden is really work that I developed as a result. It's original work, but what I was mentored and was really opened doors for was the realization that the menstrual blood and the menstrual cycle are sacred and has been seen like that in indigenous cultures around the world. So Kizma Stepanich was instrumental to that. Also Z Budapest, Susanna Budapest, in her book Grandmother Moon, was another woman who opened doors for me. And I started running with this myself because I was realizing that I am opening a door to treasures upon treasures that I have not known. And that's when I started developing the work of the inner maiden, because I realized that I wasn't welcomed, and I really found within myself that the time of the first blood was key to my development as a woman, and slowly working with other women, realizing that it is key for all of us. Another mentor that I'd like to really honor here is Tamra Slayton. She's no longer alive on this earth. She was a wonderful pioneer herself in menstrual empowerment. And when I met her, she already has developed her work, and I started developing my inner maiden, and we met from different angles of exploration of menstruation as a field of empowerment for women that has not been tapped by the women's spirituality movement, by the psychological realm. And we met there as two women in an oasis in the desert, where there was kind of nothing around us, but we were able to connect on that. And we worked together for a little while before she passed on in the early 2004, I think, or 5 is when she passed on. So I want to honor Tamara Slayton. And I want to honor my mother, because the fact that she did not welcome me was an opening for me to do this work. And I'm thinking of the concept of the wounded healer. If I was happily being welcomed, none of this work would have come to life. So yes, I would have been more wholesome within my own life process as an adolescent, and a lot of pain may have been saved from my growing up years. But that said, the fact that my mom, who wasn't herself welcomed, didn't welcome me, is really what allowed me to see the significance and the depth of this time and this experience in our lives as women, and to develop it in a way that I feel called to bring to women around the world. So my mother is Eva Leibner, and she's no longer alive, and I'd like to honor her as well. And lastly, I would honor my daughter, who was born after I was already deeply into this work, and yet raising a girl has completely gave me different realms and different depths of understanding and relating to this work, not only as a woman who was once a girl, but as a mother of a girl. So Ella Lam Shaw is my daughter. I'd like to honor her here as well. Thanks for asking.
Well, thank you so much, DeAnna, for your answers, for sharing, and we look forward to the Red Tent Retreat with you.
I am delighted to come wherever I'm called and to bring this work to women anywhere. Thank you, Catherine, for creating this opportunity for us to explore together, frequently asked questions, and to shed some light into questions that women who are wanting to come to a Red Tent Retreat might want to explore. So thank you. It was a pleasure.
And finally, thank you for tuning in.